Hey there, welcome to the Flat Out Truth. I am Paulino B Michael. So, yeah, we had to do a little restart. I guess you guys seen that if you were in here. Sometimes TikTok Studio does not cooperate, and we had no sound, so we had to fix that. Or we means Chelsey, and I sat here trying to click away and get everything else ready, but it ended up working out. She's the master at clicking of all buttons. She loves it. She does a good job at it. It's her thing to do, I guess. She's really good at it, though. Frustrates me sometimes. Things should just work, right? But it doesn't always work that way.
Yes.
Kids should just pay attention and listen to their parents and don't take a poop right before we start. But that doesn't happen either. Anyway, sounds like she's ready. Here's my lovely helpmate guru, IT, amazing person, amazing wife, helpmate, Chelsey B Michael.
Hi guys, welcome to the Flat Out Truth. We have a special guest for you guys today.
It is Thursday.
It is Thursday. We're getting back into the groove of things with our podcast, with our TikTok, with our conversations, and with our guests.
Hey, I didn't know you could see me again. Is that supposed to be a thing?
What?
See me in your screen. In your screen, you can see me.
I tweaked mine.
Oh, yeah.
I must have hit it.
It's all right.
It happens.
I am right next to her.
That's better.
I don't know.
Don't look at the man behind the curtain, right?
Yes, that's right. I am the Oz. On our private platform, that was one of the things for a while, the Oz, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we have a special guest today, and I do have something. If you, just a little side note, if you use a straight razor, do not sing while you're trying to cut it. Just saying. It gets a little nippy. But anyway, yeah, so I think she's ready. We're just trying to get everybody in here, get a little marinate. Yeah, see, Marcus noticed your shirt. Yeah, it's actually one of the old shirts.
It is. It's an original because I was expecting for all of the new ones, and so I had to get a larger size, and now they're too big.
Yeah. So now we got to order some new ones. There she is. We
Hello.
see her. Hey, you got it working.
Can you also hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Great.
Chelsea's working on this new double thing.
Yeah.
What's it show on?
Do I need?
Oh no, you're
Oh,
fine.
I like the hat.
No, you're fine.
Oh, I like the
Yeah,
hat.
do it. Oh, I didn't save it. Save it.
You can leave the hat.
I'm going
Whatever.
to. I got to get it back.
It makes you look more serious.
There we go.
Yeah, you look way more serious now. Yeah, more legit. Chelsea had that one on the other day.
I did. I was in a battle, and
Oh yeah, that's right. You were in a battle.
I won my battle in that hat.
Yeah,
You inspired me.
it was funny because the guy she was battling was all Nintendo. He had like a whole Nintendo setup,
Yeah.
and he had little dolls, right? Like
Yeah, I had, like these little
Wario.
plush dolls, a Wario and a Shy Guy.
Yeah.
Everybody was like
It was entertaining for
like,
15 seconds.
yeah.
And then it became very annoying because he wouldn't stop. He just kept talking like that, like the whole time.
Yes.
So
Drugs,
Chelsea
I won't do that.
muted him. No, you're fine. But he was complaining that Chelsea's star wasn't yellow. You know, like in the Mario stuff, how the stars are yellow or gold. He's like, that would be better. It was funny, but it got old pretty quick, didn't it?
Yes.
But anyway, so hey, we're glad to have you here. So what do we call you? What do you want the world to call you, or the people that will be seeing this over and over and over for all time?
Jess, the incredible Smoot.
Yeah, so she is owning it. Chelsea likes that.
I
The
do.
life
I like
doula.
it.
There you go, the life doula. Hey, that's actually really good. That's actually a good title. Just stick to that.
I like it. Oh, and just so everybody knows, thank you everybody for coming in. We will have our interview for about
40 minutes or so.
Yeah, about 40 minutes or so. So ask your questions in all of our live chats. And then after the initial one is done, we will have open panel and you can request up and ask more questions in discussion.
Yeah. Now Jess might have to leave later, and she may come back depending on how long we go. So.
Correct.
And I hear somebody beckoning you.
I hear somebody already.
Yeah, the baby. The baby knows.
She knows.
She knows. Anyway, so well, let's get ready to get this started. Do you want us to? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All good to go.
Yeah. So when did you so you started out, like, we know you this through, Chelsea met you through Marcus, one of our mods. And he's like, oh, the's a doula or something like that. So he summoned Chelsey. Chelsey went and met you, and that's where it happened. So as far as we first knew, you were a doula. And so do you want to talk about that and how long you were doing that? Or
Yeah, sure. So I basically have loved babies and pregnant women, oddly, from childhood. I borderline obsessed with babies as a kid. If there was a baby in the room, I was like beeline. And I always loved holding the babies. Like that was my favorite thing, was to hold babies. And I remember I had this very specific strawberry shortcake, strawberry shaped pillow. And it was like the perfect shape to turn into a belly bump. So I specifically got rubber bands to wrap it so that it looked like almost perfectly shaped. And I would wear that under my shirt and I would walk around the house pretending to be pregnant. So
wow.
Yeah, my love for babies and pregnancy oddly started very young, elementary school. And I remember also whenever I had a baby doll, like if I were to get a baby doll, then it had to look like a real baby. I was not about the Cabbage Patch Kids because they did not look like real people. And so I was very specific. I wanted baby dolls that looked like babies. So yeah, I just always remember also just wanting to be a mom and have kids and raise kids. So that was really where my love of babies started, was really young. And then the older I got, and then I started meeting people who were having kids. And then I would always watch The Baby Story on TLC. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Yes.
But yeah, it was way back when, like 25 years ago. And so I'd always watch that. It was all about, so I just always had a fascination with birth and babies. And so then I got old enough. So then some of my friends started having babies and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then I just started like memorizing all of the birth times and the weights. And I could tell, like, if somebody were to tell me their birth story, I wanted to know every detail.
Wow.
And yeah, so there was this fascination that Lady said she watched it too. Good. I didn't age myself too much there. So yeah, so if anybody would say like, oh, the baby was born, I'd be like, okay, what time? How long did they push for? Like, what was the experience? So then I didn't learn about, so I had all this passion for birth and pregnancy, but I just had no idea how to like turn that into a career or like something that I could do as a career, I guess, basically. Until my second birth is when I learned about my second pregnancy, my personal pregnancy. I learned about doulas, and that was really where I was like, oh my gosh, a light bulb just went off, and I just realized, oh, that's what I need to do. So at the time I couldn't because I had a newborn and it just wasn't feasible. So I waited a couple years, and then I was able to take the certification courses and started my doula journey. That was in 2014. So I worked as a doula for 2 years, and I attended in total 26 births, and then my two births. So I've attended 28 births technically, and unfortunately, I stopped being a doula. I stopped working because we moved out of the area. So I lost contact because where I had been living before, there was a really strong community. And when we moved, I couldn't find the childcare needed. And ultimately, being a doula is not very sustainable if you don't have a good network, especially if you have young children. So if you don't have good childcare to watch your kids, it's not very sustainable. in the fact of it, you can't just up and go.
Right. For sure.
So those logistics made me not be able to keep working as a physical doula, but I always knew that I wanted to continue in some fashion. And so more recently, I have been wanting to get back into the childbirth education portion of it. And
Nice.
over the last several years, I've learned about coaching containers and just what it looks like to be a coach, what it looks like to be a support person, just emotionally in general. And so that's kind of where the life doula concept came from, because I also really enjoy being a life doula for people. So an emotional support person just for life in general.
Right. Well,
So that's how I
makes
got
sense.
into it.
Yeah, because it makes sense. Babies grow up, right?
Yeah. They grow up. Yeah, and people grow as parents, right?
Yeah,
The baby,
yeah.
the birth is such a small fraction of what it really entails.
Right.
And I think too, being like working as a doula, there was kind of this like disillusion in the beginning of like, oh, these births are just going to be, like they show on the shows. And then when you really get into it and really see how the sausage is made, it's a very different, you learn a lot of things. And as your platform suggests, there's a lot of truths out there that you don't know until you really get into it and start seeing like, oh, how can a person have a really positive hospital experience? So yeah.
Yeah, it's that's awesome, man. Like, so now you're settling in, trying to figure out what you're going to do next. It sounds like, I mean, it seems like people would be very motivated and you can inspire them. So that's a really good thing.
Thank you.
And we got to meet your husband in a pre-interview. He seems like a really cool guy.
He is.
Yeah. Our friend Marcus was like upset at his competition. He said your husband's a good looking cat. And it was pretty funny the way he said it.
It was funny.
Yeah. And then, he was really good. What'd you have for lunch? I'm gonna go off the stray. I feel like there's a show we watch called Bob Does Sports, and he plays golf, but he always mentions food. He loves food. Well, now I want to know what you ate. Yeah, what'd you eat? Because you were so hungry.
I was hungry. I ended up eating some macaroni and cheese, and then I made myself a sandwich.
Oh, that's so simple, but it's good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Our kids like it.
Easy, simple, good. I had to make something quick to run out again.
Now, what part of the country are you in?
I'm near Sacramento, California.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, you look pretty tan.
That's just my natural rosy color. I'm not very tan.
Oh, maybe my filter. Maybe I got a filter on here. Chelsey, I need to put this filter on you. She's like a glowworm. So, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? Like, I know you went through some stuff that you're trying to deal with, right, and get back. I didn't know if you wanted to mention any of that. Because it helps people. You know what I mean? It does help people to share difficulties, even though, when you try to help people, you say, hey, I've been through this, X, Y, Z, then you're not alone. And, this is how I'm repairing myself. And,
Yeah. I mean, I have had a really challenging, I guess you could say, as I was explaining it earlier, the metamorphosis phase of being liquefied.
Oh yeah, I like that part.
That's what happens to butterflies when they're in the chrysalis. The caterpillar has to liquefy completely to then turn into the butterfly.
Yes.
And so that's kind of what it feels like my journey is, as far as just learning how to rewire my brain and to wire into safety rather than fear.
Thanks, Cece.
Yeah, just learning how to move out of a place of fear and into a place of faith and trust in the body and trust in the divine intelligence. And I just imagine this, like, there's this string or rope that is literally pulling me along this experience, because I don't know how I've gotten through it. Like, literally, I have no idea. But I also have a lot of compassion for people who are in really, really, really dark places.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I feel, and I've felt this whole time, it's just hard to be in it and know that you're going to get on the other side. But I know that everything that I've gone through is going to be
Wow.
of
Thank you.
value
Thank you for that, Cece.
to other people. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
and I love your passion. I think you're so genuine, and that's what it's
Thank you.
about. I just want your confidence up, and I know you can do it. You have a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and that's what people
I do
turn
have a
to.
lot of knowledge.
And you're honest about it, and I know that's what Marcus, that's why he went and summoned Chelsey. Marcus is a good judge of character, very spiritual, and he went and got her, and I trust Chelsey's judgment, and Elohim told me to do it. So then, yeah, that's how it all works.
There you go. Yeah. I love that. I love that. And yeah, we can talk more about birth too, just because that is definitely something that I want to get back into, especially because, on this journey of when somebody gets into a pattern like this that I've gotten into, it's very much a seeking pattern of how to get better. And a lot of the healing comes from removing yourself from trying to fix anything and redirecting. And so, you think about a cart that runs in the same path for a long time. The grooves are really deep, and so you have to just keep moving your wheels a different direction. And the more that you do that, the less likely you are to fall back into the rut. And so, yeah.
Yeah, Chelsey just asked, which is harder, basically giving birth or taking care of the baby?
I mean, I would definitely say taking care of the baby.
She's saying that because if you get summoned, she gets summoned every time we start. It's pretty funny.
Right. And it really is. And I think people get so almost hyper focused on the birth and make it this really big thing. And there's actually, which is why I want to create a coaching container, not necessarily just childbirth preparation, but a coaching container, because I really do want to be able to prepare people and prepare parents for, hey, you may have this idea of how you think it's going to go. So, and not to dissuade them from focusing on what they want, because you can also manifest anything, but there's also, I feel like, a way to hold it with an open hand and understand that, what do we really want? We want a peaceful home. Really helping people tease out, what do you really want to feel with this child? Not how do you want the child to act, how do you want the child to be, but how do you want to feel? You want to feel a mutual respect. You want to feel unconditional love. You want to feel supported. You want the child to feel supported. So I think in moving forward in my coaching container, there would be a lot of exploring, what are you really trying to feel? And I think we touched on it earlier, people think that they want things or they want circumstances to change in life, but really what people are looking for is the feeling that they get when that thing happens.
Yes.
So it's let's focus on the feeling and that frequency.
Yeah, and everybody loves the aha moment, correct?
Yeah, that's what that's
you get that click.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, somebody else asked any book recommendations.
Oh, for birth?
I would think so, because that's what you were talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Just putting it down. There might be a whole bunch. Are you drawing a blank?
No, I'm drawing a blank. I have, any book recommendations. So there's all of the different, hold on, let my brain compute. There's hypno.
Okay, go ahead.
There's hypnobirthing. So there's books with all the different Bradley methods, Lamaze, freedom from fear, or no, it's not called that. And then there's this other one that I'm specifically blanking on. The support partner is another good one for the partners. Birth from within is also another really good one.
Now, anybody, I mean, she's like, she's got way more information. DM her, follow her. She does go live. So,
Yes,
you
I
guys
do.
can always catch up back with her on anything like that. But she's already you gave us several. I was going to ask you, so when I read your bio when I was doing the flyer, I don't know if you got a chance to look at the flyer. She emailed it to you.
I didn't look at my email. No, sorry.
Oh, you missed it. It's so gorgeous.
I will look at it.
Yeah. You can use it any way you want. The upright one is the TikTok version, and I got the wide one. You can use it for anything, like a thumbnail or something.
Okay, cool.
So anyway, so I read your bio, then I got to talk to you, and then I kind of created around that. And one of the things I have, and I don't know if that's what you're trying to say, but this is how I took it. Like if you're, you could almost be, like you said, a doula for the family. Cause like people focus on, the baby and the mom, obviously, and what they want. And then the father. So they implement, how about the children, the setup, what's going to be expected in the family, the house. Like if people got more comfortable, like, what do you expect? Or how are you setting this up? A plan for everything and not just the birth of the baby. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people skip the other
exactly.
part. They do.
Yeah.
They skip the other part. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's also where I feel like human design can come in and be really pivotal in helping parents understand their energy types, and then also understanding what the dynamic will be between the different family members, because they influence each other in different ways. So I feel like that's a really cool aspect to be able to introduce to prepare people for who's going to join their family.
Oh yeah.
Or who's already in their family.
Right. Because it all changes. Like, like we talk about our 4-year-old, he's went backwards twice on the potty training, because right when he's getting ready and he's mastering it, we have a new baby. Now he's got competition. Baby gets diaper changed, gets more attention. So then he doesn't want to do it. And then he was ready to do it again. And then a new baby came. So like, our 2-year-old, she's more stubborn. She's just going to potty train real quick. She doesn't care. And we think that's going to boost him up. Because then it's gonna be like, well, I don't have to be a baby for attention anymore,
Yeah.
Chelsey is back, so that's good.
He will for sure be potty trained at some point.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, because he's freaking genius and everything else. I'm serious. He's so smart and everything else. He's doing this on purpose. That's the funniest part. He's like, I'm not going to the bathroom on purpose. Oh yeah, for sure. And so I want to get into, like I know you get more into like the energy and the spiritual part. I'm going to tell you, this is some advice. Somebody needs to tell people what they really need to buy and what they don't need to buy for a baby. Because, people buy all these contraptions and then never
Pretty
use
much
them.
nothing.
Yeah.
You don't really need anything for a baby, honestly.
Right. But people get everything.
Although I would say the diaper genie is probably beneficial.
Yes. We don't mind that.
Yeah,
And a
that
good
one
wrap.
I like. That one I like.
A good wrap.
Yes.
But you also don't know, some babies don't like the swab, don't like to be wrapped. They don't like to be worn.
Right.
Some babies don't like to be worn, so you don't even need that.
Yeah. But I mean, like people get so much stuff and then it ends up in the garage sale, right? Because nobody, brand new, nobody used them, and you're like,
It would be so cool if there was more of an exchange, because there are so many things like the baby swings. They're barely used for any amount of time.
Yes, real quick. And then you have to keep them for 2 years to the next baby, or,
Yeah.
that's what we did. And then, and one liked it. Only 2 of them liked the swing, I think, right, babe? One did not.
One did not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luna did not like it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She didn't take a pacifier neither.
No.
My 4-year-old loves his passy, and once in a while he still wants it now. But the 2-year-old never wanted one. She's never had a passy.
It's so different.
Mm-hmm.
They can be so very different.
And I'm telling you, it's always that baby thing. Oh, I'll stick this way, and then I can still stay a baby. No, you're so big. But what are you writing? You're writing a whole thing in there.
I'm catching up on all the other streams.
Oh, my bad.
I'm making sure everybody knows Jessica's information, because you can find her at TikTok at incredible.jess, Jess. And then letting know, because JG's over on TikTok. He hasn't had any questions yet, but he says he wants more babies, and he's already got 3 daughters. So They're all older.
Oh, somebody
24, 22, and 19.
somebody asked us. Oh yeah, read the thing about JJ and stuff. That's funny. On YT, you know, read that.
That he wants to make more?
Yeah, but look at the ages he had, and you wrote.
Oh yeah, it's 24, 22, and almost 19.
So that's his.
And
Then read mine.
Yeah, Paulino has 33, 30, 28, 4, 2, and 3 months.
You have a spectrum.
Yes, I do. Like they're 24 years apart between my first youngest daughter and Boo Boo, my son.
Yeah,
it's like 24 years. So then, yeah, that's funny. So and then they have their uncles before they were uncles and aunts before they were born.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we like to tease the oldest grandkids, like when they come and help. Sometimes we're like, they can. That's your uncle. He can tell you what to do. And they're like, no way. It's pretty funny.
That's fun though.
Yeah. Yeah, man, she's catching up.
I am catching up.
You're really popular.
And shoot, Facebook isn't even there being a butt, so.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So how is it for you, Paulino? I know that Chelsey was sharing that you had your first experiences with your older kids were all hospital births.
Yeah, that was horrible. I did that. Yeah, it was. I didn't like it because it was horrible, and they kind of keep the fathers out of it anyway. You know.
Well, and in that, so what I was gonna say is that even things have changed, right? Because your youngest is 20.
My youngest one was. Well, my youngest one now or my youngest one then?
No, it was then. The older set.
Yeah, the older set is 33,
30, right?
Yeah, 33, 30, and 28.
Yeah. So, the last time I was in a hospital birth was in 2016. That was my last birth that I attended in 2016. So even then, that's almost 10 years ago. Even then, things were very different as far as they were already getting more that's not the right word, but they were embracing more of the natural birthing methods. And so you probably would have experienced something very different with your brand new kids right now. It's still challenging in its own regard. However, there was such a wave and a push for more natural experiences in the hospital that the hospitals kind of had to adjust. And so you're able to get more of an experience, but you do have to really be able to advocate for yourself and stand up for yourself, because there's still a good majority of nurses and doctors who will push hard.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've even had instances. Oh, I was gonna say I've had I don't know if you did. Has had instances where people had a birth plan, they had everything recommended, and they said they didn't want to do certain things, but then they got them done anyway when
pressured.
Either pressured or they got them done and they weren't even told.
And that's the thing. Like, you can have the experience that you want, but you have to be prepared to really say no and stand up to if there is pressure. I had a couple births where it was much easier for them to say, I'm not interested in the IV, or I would like intermittent monitoring, and they were very accommodating. But almost always there's an initial it's really more helpful if we do it this way. And then the client has to really be able to say, no, I really would like to do it this way. I know, I understand that I'm healthy, my baby's healthy, and I can do it this way.
Yeah, because that's what we noticed too. Is like, and they always kind of push. They'll push because it's easier for them. That's the way they know. Mm-hmm. That's the way they've been taught. So they just want to keep doing it that way.
Yeah. Well, and for liability purposes, it's mostly.
Yeah. But I would suggest, my opinion, we love the home births. It's just, it's fun.
Would do again.
Yeah.
And my last one, my first two weren't that bad. My last one was a lot more difficult, and I'd still recommend it. Like, I'd still rather do that.
See, and I thought it was easier.
I'm sure you did. But yeah, no, because like the thing about it too is like with the labor, because the last one was harder, I was actually in labor for what, like 2.5 days, because I was in all day Sunday, Monday, and then it was like until 1 a.m. But if we had gone in somewhere, then I would be in a hospital. We'd have people coming in and out. We'd have to worry about food, all that stuff. We'd have to worry about somebody else being somewhere else, having enough stuff there, not knowing when things were going to be done, versus we just stayed home. And I just had a normal thing. I played with the kids. I ate. If I need anything, they were there for me. Like, it was everything I was already comfortable with. So it wasn't, it was much less stressful, even though it took a longer amount of time.
Yeah, I like Marcus's question. You want to read it?
Oh, yeah. So let's see. Marcus asks, after birthing, did you have a hobby or interest as a plan B?
Remember her hobby? We asked her.
We did ask her this question.
I want to see her face when it hits her.
At the time, no. At the time, I really genuinely thought I was going to get back into birthing after moving. And then years passed, and then I started getting into energy work, and then I started getting into Reiki, and that became a hobby. And I did that for a while. And yeah, I never really learned how to have a hobby, honestly. I never learned how to. Pregnancy and birth was such a hobby and a passion of mine for so long that when I didn't do it anymore, it was kind of like, well, now what do I do? Like, I just didn't know how to start anything new, because it had been so long in its gestation, for lack of a better word. And then when I became a doula and like did the thing that I'd been wanting to do, after that, I was like, well, I didn't spend any time thinking about anything else. So now I don't know what I'm going to do. But then I got into then I started getting more into this whole stuff, the veils and stuff. And I started to spend a lot of time doing research and studying and all that stuff. So birth kind of took a back burner. And then it kind of got more into like, my passion started to move more into like, oh, can I do coaching? Like, could I do some kind of coaching? Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? And Paulina tells me this all the time, is about my confidence level, right? And we've had that discussion with you as well. But the funny thing is, I did have somebody ask me, well, who would want to learn from you? Now, it was a completely different subject, but who would want to learn from you? And that's the basis of the question. And I think we ask ourselves that, but it's a dumb question. Because I think everybody has knowledge. And when you have that much experience with something, you have something to teach. You have something to share. And so the confidence is just in the doing, in my opinion. Because like, I am not a public person. I don't like being on camera. I don't like social media. I don't like being on this. But he's like, no, he knew I was going to be on this.
So did Marcus.
So did Marcus.
So did
you little
Yah.
fuckers.
The Elohim knew.
And so, but you have done the one thing you should do, which is just start.
Yep.
And that's why I like going to your lives, because you're like, it's like you just started. And that's what like I'm learning in my Atomic Habits book and my lives and stuff like that. It's like, just start and it'll get somewhere. Because you have put in the effort, you have put in the work, and your knowledge is now worthy to share.
No, I think a lot of times too, I think when people are like the ones that say, why would they learn from you? It's usually some of your closest people, because they see you and have put you in a box. You could be their friend, you could be their daughter, it could be your, sibling, it could be anything. They see you as that's what you are. Like, like you've seen kids, oh, that's just my mom. Like, but your mom could be playing a pro sport, but to them it's just mom. And like with Chelsey's incident, that's, Chelsey played D1 volleyball, and then somebody asked her, why would somebody learn from her? How many people play D1 volleyball, go to a university and play? Not many. Yeah. Many want to, but they just don't. So I just think but it was from a family member that's seen her as just Chelsey. Mm-hmm.
But I had girls, I was going to say, I had girls that wanted my signature, that wanted my autograph.
Yeah.
And I
that's
used to
really
be one
cool.
of those girls. All right, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's funny that what you're saying made me think about how my dad has always, and it's a balance. Like it wasn't a bad thing, but he was always so just like, do more, you can do more, you have so much potential, you know, do more, do more,
Yeah.
do more. And I'm over here as a kid just being like, but is what I'm doing enough? Because I never heard that what I was doing was enough. It was always just do more, push harder, go farther. And that's great. And I totally understand that. But also, as a father, you know, as a child, I just wanted his approval that what I was doing was good enough and that I would get to this next level. But I think the step in between was missed of like, hey, you're doing great right where you're at. This level is great and you're succeeding at it. And that's amazing. And what's the next smallest step you could get there? That's like what my kids learn at the school that they go to. It's you have these big goals, but a lot of people get so overwhelmed with like, how am I going to get from California to New York? Like, what am I going to do? And it's like, oh, the very first thing that you have to do is just look at buying a ticket. Think about like, oh, okay. And so really being able to break it down to the next smallest step. And I think that would have been beneficial for me in the encouragement of like, you could go so far. I don't know how to get there. Nobody's telling me how.
I think that's everybody's problem.
You know what? It's like sometimes people don't recognize what they're doing. Like if I will take volleyball. If you're playing volleyball and people ask you, how do you do this? I like when you do that. But they never take it in as like, oh, I might know something because people keep asking me stuff. Or, oh, how do I, do this? How do you deal with this? How do you deal with that? Like that means that you know something or they think you know something. Even if you don't recognize it, you got to use your experience. Why are people coming to me for everything? It's because you have knowledge. But most people are like, they don't see it as that. Me, I'm like, yeah, I know stuff. I'm sweet. But anyway, somebody, we call her Mama John. Did you see what she wrote?
Yes. Yep.
Go ahead.
So she asked, what is your opinion about a 4-year-old being present during the birth of a sibling?
I think it's totally individual. I think that absolutely any child could be present at your birth. It's all up to the family dynamic. Will it be beneficial for you? And again, you can have the best laid plans and also be open to, hey, when I'm in transition, I may not feel as comforted having my 4-year-old there. So having a plan B, a backup plan of, okay, if things go this direction and I really need to focus and I can't have them there, then who can come in and encourage playtime with the 4-year-old? And so I think it's all very individual. And I don't know about you guys, if you read the book, I don't know the name off the top of my head, but I know there are books, for children talking about birth specifically for home birth families. And so it goes through the whole birth process. As a child, I remember my friend was reading it to her son, and there was a part in there where it was like, and mommy might make some really funny sounds. Let's practice those sounds together, so it really engages them in the process so that they're not surprised. And then also they've been prepared, and then you are prepared so that you don't necessarily feel like you're scaring them. Because as a mom, sometimes you can feel like, oh gosh, I don't want them to hear me make these noises. But if it's normal because you've practiced it, then it's not a big deal.
For sure. Yeah, that's a good one. Like, and then there's a difference between present. Like, what does that really mean? Like actually watching the baby come out and the mom's in the pool, or upstairs away, or just in the house. Like those are all different, Like our kids, well, they were sleeping.
Yes. In both instances, they were sleeping.
Yeah. And so when they woke up, there was a new baby. But it was funny because it was really, how it gets kind of chaotic, even with people there helping. Yeah. The grandparents could not get the 2 older ones to bed. So in the middle of it, when we were shutting it down and the midwives were leaving, except for the one that stayed, I had to run upstairs and get the kids to sleep. Now, this is the funniest thing. So when Chelsey woke up, that it was time,
Yeah.
I woke up. Like Elohim woke me up, said, you got to get up right now. And I jumped up, and our friend that helps with our births, she's the one that's traveling right now.
Yep.
She literally wrote the text and was just going to hit the button and heard me walking upstairs.
Yeah.
She goes, I don't know how it happened, Paulino, but you heard something or something.
Yeah.
And I just came down, ended up filling everything up, topping it off, or getting the water hot again or warm again. And so that all worked out really well. I can't believe the kids slept through that, though. Chelsey did really well.
That loud.
No, not like that first scream that you ever had. It was really horrible.
Yeah, we didn't have kids then. Yeah, well, the very, very, very first occurrence.
Everybody's like, calm down.
Yeah, I did good. I only took one.
It came out of her mouth.
Yeah, it came out of my mouth.
You know when it all comes out the mouth, but not towards the bottom.
Yeah.
She was projecting it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And it was funny because the midwife's ear is probably like 6 inches from Chelsey's face.
I felt bad.
It was hilarious. And then our friend was like, "Oh, my ears are gone." Like, she got it. It was like high pitch.
That was the only time. I think that was the only time she was. It was her equivalence of yelling at me.
Yes.
She was very serious when she told me not to.
The
do
midwife.
that again.
Yes. Because she's always so nice.
She is. She's also. She's like you. She's so super, super nice.
Yeah, very spiritual. So she's
You
really
need
nice.
to direct that energy down into your perineum, please.
Dude, that's
kind of like what she said it, but she said it real stern.
She was very stern.
Yeah.
So then Marcus just had asked something about the veils.
Yeah, so Marcus' question is, has the veils revealed anything about birthing that surprised you?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I feel like actually birthing was kind of birthing me into another level of the veils. In a sense of it really opened my eyes to a lot more to just Western medicine and kind of the factory line that you're on, like just being a number, the motives behind why they do things. Is it really evidence-based? I think that was the first time that I really started studying more actual like medicine and pharmaceuticals. And like, what's actually necessary? What is actually... So that kind of opened me up when I started working as a doula. And then for me, it really was interesting to watch this whole like sacredness and beautiful moment be lost so much of the time because it felt so chaotic, as opposed to like, and I get it, like these nurses see multiple births, these doctors birth hundreds of thousands of babies, and it becomes just a job to them. And so watching their faces and kind of like always anticipating, like, do you see the awe in what just happened? Like,
ooh, the awe. I love awe.
Yeah, like the wonder of how a baby just came out of this, like, this whole process is so like there's no, it's so divine, it's so mysterious. Like, we don't really know how a cell knows how to make a baby.
It's like a banana all over again.
Nobody's in there saying, right, like, you need to do this next, this is the next process, this is the next, so that was interesting to watch, because it really, none of the staff ever seemed all that like impressed.
At all. Yeah, they don't see it as like, wow, it's amazing. Now, with you mentioned it's mentioned the veils, like that. We recommend everybody that goes to our platform watch that veils video. Does that kind of help you if you're in like any kind of truth seeking or something like that? You kind of see the levels of it. I think it explains it pretty well. Like
it does.
you said,
I mean,
yeah.
for me personally, I had already gone through that in my own journey. Like watching your guys' video, it was like, yes, this is what I've said so many times to my husband. Like it started with this, and then it went to 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 this, and now it's like,
yeah,
I just sit back and watch.
And it's like how little the people actually move up. You know, like 90% are going to stay under this veil. 90% is going to stay under that veil, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, that's not even getting into the point where some people skip around, you know, like they might do this one, but not that one, and this one and not that one. Yeah. So it's really interesting. And I like that when you're thinking, you're not just thinking of remembering. It's not like you're thinking to think about what to say. You have that, the recall of the experience. I can see it in your face. That's why you're so genuine. You're not just trying to remember like the incident, but the feeling of it, the experience of it. And that's what the doctors and stuff are missing. That's what you're really saying.
Yeah.
You know, they can have 5 babies born with them in 10 days, you know, but they don't think about it. You know, you have one. Yeah. You have one and you're like, yeah, it was amazing. And they're like, I gave out 5 kids this, in 2 weeks. And they're like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sherry was talking about
during the birth. I think, like she said, it's situational. Like you might not want every 4-year-old to watch the mom give birth and watch it come out, watch the baby come out.
And that's something in my coaching that would be discussed. Like if that's something that you're considering, then we would go over that and we would really figure out the different, okay, this could be a possibility. This could be a possibility. This could be a possibility.
You know, and it even gets into like breastfeeding, you know, like Chelsey at first was like with your dad being around, right, babe?
Yeah.
Like she's like,
I would go hide in a corner,
and
like hide in another room.
And then after a while, it's like, eh. Now
I just know how to cover up.
yeah, she still covers up. But I just think it's funny that like her dad is this shocked because Chelsey was not the one that was supposed to have kids like this.
No.
It was her older sister.
Yeah.
Was the one that always wanted, like you, always wanted babies. She was going to have 5 babies and all this stuff. And she has no babies.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Things change.
Yeah. It's like Chelsey goes, I never said I didn't want kids. I just didn't go around saying that, that wasn't her thing.
Yeah.
To say.
I was like, I figured I'd have them eventually, but it wasn't like, there was no point in worrying about it because I didn't have a guy yet.
Or even growing up, though, right? Because your sister would talk about it growing up, they said.
Yeah. I played with action figures instead of baby dolls.
Yeah.
We talked about anime earlier. I had a bunch of anime characters, made stories.
That's funny.
Nice.
Now, something you talked about earlier was, we did this in the preview, and you mentioned it here, is like the fear. And so I thought you had a very good explanation, and I wanted you to explain the difference of the fear that people have with the difference of a home birth, maybe with a midwife, or in a hospital with a doula, and kind of the difference and things like that. Like, why do they choose to go to the hospital? And do you think that's because they're simply afraid of being home? Like that something's going to go wrong?
Yeah, I think there's multiple answers to that, but I think that either people are afraid of the pain and they want the epidural, or they're afraid of something going wrong and that they wouldn't medically going wrong. And that one I think is easier to explain because, like we were talking about, midwives are trained deeply on being able to detect an emergency before it becomes an emergency. So because thank you, this is not medical advice. But a midwife is trained to be able to deal with and take care of the same medical emergencies that occur in a hospital at home. And most of the time they can do it better because they actually can see ahead of time what could potentially be happening. And so there's a lot more forethought, where as in the hospital, I think that there's less need because they have the medical equipment to do emergency surgery. So they don't have to have those like, hey, let's get you in a different position because I can already tell that this baby maybe has its hand by its head and it may cause a slowed labor. And so then, in the hospital, it may be declared failure to progress, which can sometimes end up leading somebody into unnecessary cesarean. I think that is a little bit less nowadays, though, because I think they realize that they can let people labor through it. However, those kinds of things the midwives can predict. And also, bleeding is another one. They can tell immediately, like right away, if there's too much blood, and they are trained to be able to get you to the hospital before that happens. So that's what I try to help people understand if they're even asking that. But most people have already done that research before they get to the childbirth education portion of it. They've already decided if they want a home birth or a hospital birth. And then as far as pain goes, you can still go to the hospital. If you decide to have a home, you can always change your mind. If you're at home and you really decide, I cannot do this anymore, that is okay. Let's go to the hospital and get you an epidural. Like, not a big deal. Things can change and you can change your mind. There is no failure in birth. You have a baby, and that's really one of the biggest things I want people to focus on. Is the ultimate goal is that feeling of that baby on your chest. End of story. And so, people can always change their mind. And a lot of times people, if you're going to choose a home birth and you're worried about the pain, then that's where you learn all the pain management things. That's where you work on your nervous system and being able to recognize, pain is just a messenger. It's not actually dangerous. We work through understanding why the body is sending the messages, understanding why it's there. It's really cool to be able to educate people on what the uterus is actually doing, like what muscles are working. In the beginning of labor, it's the lower muscles that are pulling the cervix open. As it gets later in labor, the muscles at the top of the uterus are contracting down to push the baby down. It actually, I don't have the balloon here, but a balloon is a really cool way. You guys probably know this. You probably got educated on it, but it's actually the muscles will move to the top of your uterus. So the top of the uterus, the fundus, they call it, it gets actually like an inch to an inch and a half thicker because it is pulling it up and pushing the baby down at the same time. So just educating people. And I find that when people understand why something is happening, it helps their logical brain to shut off and stop asking the question, why am I in so much pain?
Now, have you ever worked with somebody that had a hospital birth and a home birth, like the same person that had both?
You mean for different?
It'd have to be a different kid.
Yeah. I've had, no, my only home births were people who had already had a home birth. And then all my hospital births all had hospital births.
Interesting. I
had one of the home births that I did. I didn't do I only was able to do 2 home births, right? Yeah, 2. And one of them was a home birth. Like, she had the baby at home. And that's a good example too of a not a medical emergency, but her baby came out and he was kind of lethargic, kind of not super responsive. And they had to use the oxygen on baby, but it was all like, it was an emergency. And I imagine if it had been in the hospital, it would have been made out to be a bigger deal than what it actually was. Mm-hmm. Not to say that's all situations.
Right.
However, in this situation, I could see that going a different way. Yeah, and then the other home birth I had was, I attended 3. Yeah. So I attended 3 home births. One of them, she had the baby at home. The other 2 were first-time moms, and they both ended up transferring to the hospital because they just were done.
All right. What time do you got to get out of here? Are you okay? It's 9:03 here. So it's what there?
Yeah, it's 6:03 here. I probably have like a couple more minutes, and then
do we want to take out some panelists and to get some more questions?
Do you have
Are you
time for
asking
that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hang out for 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So anybody that wants to request up and start discussing comments, questions, concerns.
Yeah.
Sadie
Insights.
says you're making me feel contractions again. We like to call them waves. Waves, Sadie. The waves, you mean?
It's all mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking about language, right? It's like
Yeah.
you talk about babies being delivered, and people are like, it's not a pizza. They're being birthed.
I like
That's
it.
funny.
But it's
Thanks,
also
Kenneth,
really
for the army.
interesting. I don't know if you guys like went down that whole rabbit hole of like the doctors are the dockers, and it's all maritime law about
Yeah. Yeah.
when a baby is born, and the doctor is the docker and the harbor
Yep.
and the
Yep.
vessel and the yada 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 yada
Yep.
yada yada.
Yep.
That's why they do it that way.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
So
certain
it's all
languages.
very, very interesting, the language that they use.
Yep.
And I think it's funny because people think you're like, yeah, a little bit off thinking that, but that's why they did it that way.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that. What's the
all
thing that you were
connected.
talking about, babe, that they used to teach us how words and what the meaning and how they were
The
grounded?
etymology.
Yeah, but they don't teach that anymore. They don't tell you what words come from and the basis of the words. and
I
meanings.
reposted
They just don't.
a video
They don't
on
want
my
you to know.
TikTok. Yeah, and it's all about etymology. Actually, I posted it on our platform too.
Yes.
So you can check it out there as well. And it's about etymology and how like grammar is equivalent to grimoire, spelling, spells, things like that, and how they don't teach that anymore. Cursive, how they took that away, things like that. So it was interesting because it goes into the terminology in law, which is where a lot of it originates. It goes into the birthing process. Like it goes, the medical is what the word I was looking for. It goes into like all of these different facets. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's fascinating.
All right. I'm surprised Marcus didn't jump up.
yeah, you can take panelists now.
Yeah, we can take panelists now. We can bring you guys up. Hello. But anyway, yeah, it's funny because she said when you're doing your movements is when she felt the pain.
I must be super crazy because I'm like, as soon as baby's out, I'm like, like I'm over it. Like I forget. I'm just like, it sucked.
That's funny.
I think a lot of people do, though. There's, the chemicals that are being released allows the memory center to not register.
I must have a lot of that.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, it's okay.
I don't even remember what I'm doing in the next room.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, I think it was really easy. It felt easy to me. But so
He
fast.
says that every time. He gets a hand massage during the whole thing.
Yeah, she squeezes my
Because
hand.
you're squeezing your hip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best part.
As our friend, I started with her the first time, and she's like, "I have to switch."
Yeah, my hand. Yeah.
It's so funny because
She went from- yeah,
she
go ahead.
won't and she won't she does not want kids whatsoever. She's like, nope, watching you, I'm good enough, I'm done, like I don't want it. But she loves coming and she loves helping, which is fascinating.
Hey.
She loves being the like
She's like the
the
aunt.
cool aunt. Yeah,
She's like her aunt. She
Yeah.
calls. She tells those are her nephews and nieces.
yeah, she treats
She brings them stuff every time
That's
she
awesome.
travels and stuff. She's young. What's she now?
We
25.
need people like
Yeah.
that, though, too.
Yeah, it's funny though. Like when she first, because we met her when she was 18, right? Yeah, when she was 18. That's when
Oh
we met her.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, we met her when she was 18.
So we've known her that long already.
Yeah.
But it's funny because when for the first one, she was like going to take care of the dogs.
Yeah.
So she does she does a lot of things with animals. So she like what do you call them? What she do? Fosters. Yeah, she fosters
animals.
She fosters animals, usually cats. And she'll go home just to feed the cats and all this stuff. Anyway, but she was just gonna watch the dogs. Ended up downstairs, stayed downstairs, and was horrified. She said, but then couldn't leave the room because she was so interested.
Yeah.
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 And then
It
she was
is.
not.
It's like,
Yeah. And now she said it'd feel weird if she wasn't for the second one or the third one, didn't she?
Yeah, she did run when I screamed though.
Wasn't it funny though because she didn't have a boyfriend the first two.
No, she
And
didn't have one for the last one.
She had a boyfriend for the last one. He goes, "Why are you going?" She goes, "It just wouldn't feel right if I wasn't there.
Yep.
It would just
I
feel
have
like I
to."
missed something."
And now she uses that as a trivia question.
Yeah, because nobody would ever believe that she would do that.
Yeah.
And now she's been on 3.
that's cool.
Because what's that game you guys say you guys play?
It's like 2 truths and a lie, or 2 lies and a truth. Whichever way you want to take it. I don't remember which way it is. I've only done it like once, so don't remember. But yeah. So yeah, she doesn't want to miss. So if there happens to be any more, she'll be there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So do you still got to go to the school, or are you there now?
I'm at the school, yeah. So once I'm done, I can just go downstairs and join them.
Okay.
That's cool.
So I'll do my little spiel since nobody's wanting to come up at the moment. Thank you guys, everybody that's listening in on every platform. Make sure wherever you're at, like, subscribe, share. We appreciate it. We want to push out the flat out truth. Everybody on TikTok, make sure you grab your heart me. It just shows TikTok that we are quality content creators. Pushes our algorithm out. And everybody here too. Make sure
That's Paul.
make sure you're following Jess and check out her life coaching and ask her baby questions, whatever questions you want, and show her some love here on TikTok. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you
so
go.
much.
And you go enjoy the other kids. There's like a whole bunch of kids that are performing, or
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
it's a whole thing.
and does it just start now, or is it already on right now?
No, it's on. It started at 6, so
Oh.
it's going. I just heard them cheering.
and so your kids are performing?
Yeah, they're doing some. The whole high school is doing a skit or something, and so they're part of that. They're too old to do. I kept telling them, you guys need to sing. Like, you're so good. But they did when they were younger. In the first 3 talent shows, they sang every single one. And now they won't do it because they're too old.
What's that mean? They're too old?
They think it's too embarrassing. Once they get the teen years, well, you've already been through it. But the teen years are very different.
My kids are like crazy like me though.
One of them, I can see having some kind of embarrassment. The other one, 0.
You're talking about our kids, the 3 little ones. But my older ones?
Yeah.
No.
None.
No.
They're like, nah, they just do what they want.
They just do it.
Yeah. They don't
My
care.
oldest one, I don't know why she didn't want to, but whatever. Oh, well.
How old are they?
Maybe next year. 16 and 14.
Oh, yeah. They should be doing it.
I tell them.
Yeah. You got to get, they're not inheriting your confidence, right?
Yeah.
I guess not.
Yeah.
They're not.
All right. Well, I videotaped them so we can hear them sing anyway. Catch them in a room singing or something.
Don't tell them. Post it on TikTok.
Oh my gosh. I would get an earful if I did that. However.
Do they have TikTok? I'm curious.
They do, but they don't post anything.
But they know you're on TikTok?
Yeah, they get on my lives sometimes.
Really?
I ran into one of them. Yeah, so one of them when I talked to her, it wasn't today, it was yesterday. One of them jumped on.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She hopped on.
That's funny. So she doesn't think it's weird that you're on TikTok? Is this normal?
No, they know that I'm like to talk. So they don't think it's surprising at all.
Like, yeah, take some of this. Let the world take some of my mom's talking for a while.
Exactly. Yeah. Go talk to someone else for a while.
Paul says 16-year-olds don't want anything to do with their parents.
Yeah, they really don't. They really don't unless they need something.
They're trying to reach out and be their own person.
Well, it's funny because one of our mods, he's supposed to be having a grandbaby any moment. That's why he hasn't been on.
Yep.
But his daughter thinks he's famous because he's he's one of our mods, and we made because a lot of my mods I've made into stickers.
Yep.
And he's the master tapper. He likes to tap. So this is him right here. I'll shoot him off. So this is him right here. He always says Tapperoo. So I made this sticker of him right here. So that's it.
That's so cool.
So she's seen it and she's like, "Oh my God, you're famous, Dad." It's pretty funny.
He's also what video? He was also on a video where he's talking about his wife and how she's his ride or die.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because we got him on a clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we clip stuff, so we don't be surprised if we take a clip here and then I'll put it up.
Oh yeah.
We'll tag you and all that.
You
all
will
right.
be tags.
All right, now go enjoy yourself.
Thank you guys.
Oh yeah,
I will. And thank you guys for inviting me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Marcus, for connecting us. And I look forward to what holds in the future.
Yeah, amazing.
All right.
So
have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Oh, they're gifting her out.
Oh, shoot.
It's all right.
All right. All right. So
You know, it'd be cool. I mean, it would have been cool if they were performing. That'd have been neat.
that would have actually been pretty cool.
But yeah, that was a good interview.
That was
really
great.
good.
I have to say this. I know this is shop talk, but audio was good. I know we've had some.
Yeah, she made sure the audio was good.
Yes, I love it.
And I think it was the whole TikTok thing. Well, no, we had bad audio everywhere so far. Even when we did that Zoom one time, remember?
Yes.
Like it was like none of it was going right.
Yep.
I had to rub my eye. Anyway, so yeah, we don't know if anybody wants to come up. If nobody wants to come up, we can always shut it down.
Yep. Well, I was going to bid a fond farewell to all of our other platforms.
Oh, so yeah, so we're not shutting down.
So those, but TikTok.
All right,
I always look at like what I'm looking at, and I'm like, the camera's over here every time.
And I still got to get this thing wired up.
Yeah.
It'd be easier.
Breaking news stream. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and bid farewell to our other streams, and we will continue our
So
conversation.
everybody stay put. Dude, the background looks fire though. Literally. I told you it looks like embers.
I know. I did some research and found something that way I think we really like. So
Yeah. And I like that you can see it through the gap now. You gapped it out more.
yes.
Yes, it makes it way better. You still got to center the flat out. It's not centered.
I put it off center on purpose.
Why? Also, you could read.
Yeah, so you could read, and I thought it looked cool.
I don't know about looking cool, but you can read it.
But you can read it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stays out of the chat. Yeah.
All right. I don't know. We'll have to work on that. But anyway, so, thank you for joining us, everybody. See you guys. Oh, so JJ's still there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yes, based on me. Have more babies. I like it. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. See you guys soon. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back on. That's our Friday show, isn't it?
Yes. Our Friday.
Yeah, Friday recap. We'll go over
TGIF.
different things. Thank God it's Friday, and we'll do a recap, and we'll cover probably everything that we just went through for the last 4 days. And then new stuff. It just always goes everywhere. You guys know how we do things.
Yep.
So thanks for joining us. I am Paulino B Michael.
I'm Chelsey B Michael.
And as always, be safe.
Be well.
And that's the flat out truth. Truth.